Let's go.
Okay, so hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do like a quick get ready with me. Hopefully it is quick. I have a doctor's appointment today, and this is gonna be a get ready with me, kind of like a chit chat video. I haven't done one of these in a long time because I don't think that you guys actually really care for them. But I just feel like doing one today, trying to stay relevant. Not, but let me fix this. But yeah, let me tell y'all about my birth control. I'm just gonna do my eyes and just finish up the rest of my makeup here. So I'm using this really cheap concealer and foundation, but it's a really good eye concealer. As y'all can see, I use it a lot. But anyway, let me tell y'all about my birth control. So I have the Nexplanon in my arm, right? So I've had it for a year since I've had my baby girl Malia. And since then, I have had no cycles, okay? So this has been the norm for me. Every time I get this, I've had no cycles. Okay, let's run it back to probably about 4 or 5 days ago. I started cramping really bad, and then I started spotting. And, if you're under 18 and you don't like listening to feminine problems, lady problems, please exit. But yeah, so I started spotting out of nowhere, and I was like, what's going on? Cause I ain't had no cycle in about a year, and anytime I get on this stuff, I don't never had no cycle. So what's really going on? What's up? So I just looked after. I was saying maybe I'm just spotting, to be spotting. Nope. I spotted brown and then red and then brown. It was like a back and forth. It was like old blood trying to, like the cervix trying to cleanse itself, as it always do during normal cycles. But I have not had one, so therefore I don't know what's normal about my body with this birth control in particular. But I love not having cycles, even though that's kind of not good. The way that I look at it is not good at all. I feel like the best that your body is cycling is better for the future, for when you do try to have children. And trust me, I've known from experience that it's better to have it that way, because I was on this when before we tried to conceive Malia. And let me tell you, it was not a good start of trying to conceive. It was not. I miscarried before Malia. And, doctors tell you to wait a while. But I think that has kind of nothing to do with, what's supposed to happen naturally. And all this stuff we put in our bodies is kind of not natural. But I swear we're trying to prevent pregnancy. And I can't do the rhythm method because, let's just be honest, I'm not good with it. I know a lot of women say if you just keep up with when your cycles are on and then the 2 week spread of not having sex, let's just be real. Again, if you're under 18, don't be on here. Let's just be real. I cannot go without doing the do that long. Well, I have gone longer, but people got needs. Once in a while you're gonna have that moment. So that's just that. But I just couldn't do it, and I can't get it down right. So I don't want to, I don't want to risk getting pregnant. So anyway, back on topic. Yeah, so I started spotting on and off, and then what I'm thinking is a cycle is kind of like, it's just, for me, it's like old blood trying to cleanse itself. And it's weird. It's so weird. I've been cramping on and off. And then, 1 minute it was like semi-heavy, then not heavy. And then it was like, I know I'm saying like a lot. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Never had that happen before. So I said I'm about to call my OBGYN, because I need to set an appointment and see what's going on. So I am going to be using my Unicorn Fairy Tale palette today. And then I'm going to be using my Glitz and Glam eyeshadow. It's where you have all the really pretty cute glitter here. So I'm going to use that. But I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out myself what exactly is going on with my body. and I have no idea. So I may go with a neutral look today. I'm not going to go with extreme glam because I'm not kind of going anywhere but to the doctor. So I'm going to start off with like a light brown, medium brown to dark brown. So that's what I'm going to do. But I have completely no idea what's going on with my body whatsoever. And I called and made an appointment. I said, I just need to, come and check out everything to make sure everything is still working as it should. And she was like, oh, yeah, sure, come in, I'll come in Wednesday at 1. So I have an appointment today, trying to make sure I don't have any of that red in there with it, but I don't kind of care because I love a hint of red. I'm just weird like that. So I'm going to have an appointment today to really see what's what. Ladies, what I would say is I don't know if I'm going to continue with this birth control. If I do, if there's something wrong, I will hope that they replace it because I cannot do this. This is like taking a toll on my body. Not only that, I feel tired every now and then. I'm talking about sluggish, real sluggish. And it's not a good type of sluggish. It's a really bad sluggish. It's like can't do stuff for my kids half of the time type of sluggish. And that's not good. I need to be able to do things for my babies, if they need me, and then not be grouchy all the time. I swear the littlest things are annoying me. That's how bad this birth control is. A lot of things that didn't annoy me in the beginning are starting to annoy me. And I know it's not good with my husband. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be acting all crazy, but that's what I'm acting like. Sorry, not sorry. But I think we go through a lot to try to prevent pregnancies. You know what? I'm not going to do a shimmer. I'm sitting up here talking about not doing extreme stuff, and I'm talking about using the glitter. No, we're not going to do it. We're going to keep it neutral with a little shimmer. Just a smudge, not a extreme glamorous. But yeah, I just couldn't, defeat the fact that my hormones are changing, and this birth control is claiming to not have those types of side effects. But when you go on the website and your OBGYNs and them telling you, oh, it's not going to have all these XYZs, girl, please go read the side effects about this doggone thing. You're going to have everything under the sun. Not only that, as y'all can see, a girl been breaking out. I got to use a little turmeric mask. I got to go get me some turmeric to kind of clear up my face and my skin discolorization. I have really bad skin right now because of this birth control. And I'm telling y'all, my skin was not this bad when I met my husband until after I started having my kids and getting on this birth control. My skin has really just taken a toll on me. It's so bad. I'm gonna go in with a dark brown right here in my crease. And I'm using the same brush, y'all. I don't do all that, you know what, I'm gonna switch brushes, but I don't do all that shebang, shapop and shit stuff. I just keep it neutral with the same brush, wipe it off with my little brush cleaner thing, sponge. So, and I keep it moving. But, yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. But, y'all, this is just extreme for me. This is kind of too extreme for me because I'm kind of sick of having to deal with birth control, but I don't want to get pregnant right now. Hubby and I are not going to try for baby number 4 until about, give or take, Malia turns 3. Until Malia turns 3, don't quote me, that's what we're shooting for, that when she turns 3, we'll try for baby number 4. But so then I don't want no more babies, like dead serious. And then I had contemplated on getting major surgery. You guys know this. Major surgery. And I'm still contemplating on that. So I don't know if I even just want to have a baby in 3 years or just get surgery and kind of enjoy and live my best life. Kind of kid-free, newborn kid-free. Y'all keep looking out the window because the UPS man is supposed to be coming. I got packages. But, I kind of want to just enjoy life right now. And I know I can do that in 3 years. But, in 3 years, I'm 25, 26, 27, I'll be 28. So, somewhat knocking on 30. But I think, you can have babies as long as you keep that body healthy. But almost said something. How am I going to keep my body healthy when I'm dealing with a birth control that's throwing my body out of whack. I gotta get this fixed, like, soon. I'm gonna put a little bit under here just to smoke it out just a little bit. I gotta figure something out. This eye, you janky. You don't want to act right. Hopefully what I do kind of fixes the situation, but it don't look like it's doing nothing. I like to pat the color on first and then, you know, swipe. You get the most effect from, you know, patting and then swiping. But yeah, y'all, so I have an appointment. I'm gonna see. I don't like the fact of people looking at my cooter, but it's their job, and in order to figure out the problem, they gotta look at it. But I sound like my husband. But I'm gonna figure out what's going on, because the last thing I want to experience again in the future, if we do want to have more children, is another miscarriage. And I know it's always likely to happen, but I don't think I can experience that type of that type of hurt, because even though it was early on, it still was very hurtful. I think I miscarried around 10 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I can't be exact. I would have to go back into my my messages, because I did message my cousins. Well, only a few knew that I was pregnant. I hadn't even told anybody before I got pregnant with Malia. Nobody knew that I was pregnant at that time. I was trying to keep it a secret, because the last thing you want to do is tell people you're pregnant in the beginning, the early stages, the real early stages, and then something happened. I've always feared that, and when you believe, I feel like I did the right thing by not telling people and just waited, because I ended up miscarrying shortly after. So I'm glad I didn't tell anybody, because, you know, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I don't mind, you know, the condolences, but I don't like the too early condolences. You know what I'm saying? And I had a family member that actually did that. And, you know, they knew we were pregnant at the time, and then just told everybody about the miscarriage. And it was so hard, because it didn't give me enough time to, like, analyze that. Man, I just lost a baby, and then I go to church the next day and everybody's in my face. You know, I heard about, you know, this. I'm like, how you hear about it? I didn't even tell y'all. So, you know, it's kind of hard when people telling your business for you. And my husband ain't telling me nothing. But people telling your business for you, the people, and I know they mean well. They mean well, but during that time, I was not. I think I'm gonna do a little gold right here in the corners, because this is like a neutral look. And I think gold is more of like a neutral when you're doing browns instead of a silver, because I normally do silver. Yeah, I know I normally do my silver. I don't never get this side right. I think this side don't like me. This side of my face don't like me at all. Really. But what was I saying? But yeah, I didn't have time enough to register everything that was going on. Like, my mind was going 100 miles per hour, and I just was like, I was not in the mood to talk to nobody. I just wanted to go to church. And, you know, I just wanted to hear the word. I didn't want to be bothered by nobody. You know, I just wanted to pretend like nothing happened that day, because it was that following night. And I didn't want, you know, to just have to think about it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, I go to church, everybody and their mama know about it. And I'm like, you know, thank you. I wasn't rude about it, you know, telling people, you know, I appreciate, you know, their condolences, and I appreciate their prayers. But right then in that moment, I was an emotional wreck. That was not the time. That was not the time at all. You know, y'all tell me if I was wrong during this time. This was a long time ago. This was about, like I said, a year ago, before Momo. You know, my rainbow baby. Somebody asked me why I don't wear lashes. It's been so long since I've worn lashes. I may give them a try again in one of these other videos that I do. That's just a quick, fast videos of showing you my look for the day, that day, or me trying something different, whether it be colors and stuff like that. I'll do it in that. So my camera will cut off during, you know, almost the end. Ugh, I can't stand it. So I lined my lips and everything. And what I was saying was, I love my rainbow babies. All of them. Uh, I only went through something with Olivia and Malia. That's it. Not Julia. But they're all my blessings. And I truly appreciate it. But what I was trying to say, y'all tell me if I was wrong for reacting the way you did I did after my miscarriage. Because this ain't the only time I've heard a story of a family member doing some foul stuff when it comes to whether it's baby announcements or miscarriage announcements and things like that. Just, you know, family members doing off the wall stuff. Like, I'll tell you one story and I'll just be done with this. This girl who recently, you know, first time mom, and her husband wanted to keep everything hush hush, the baby's announcement all the way to the baby's arrival. So everything was squeaky clean. Didn't hear a word. So towards the end, her sister decides to post the baby, block out the baby's face, and say, I'm so happy that such and such arrived. I think it was a girl or a boy, I can't remember, arrived. And the sister seen it and she was like, you got to be kidding me. Y'all need to ask relatives before y'all start posting people's children. But anyway, y'all need to ask these children's mothers and fathers if it's okay for you to post their babies before you start doing it. Because I think it's pretty low down for them to have to hop on social media and boop, there it is. There their children are being posted without their knowledge or warranty. Because, you know, they want to keep certain things sacred. Certain parents want to keep certain things sacred for a reason. Without all the drama and all this other stuff, you know, certain things need to be kept sacred, especially if it's the first, even if it's the fifth. I don't care. If families want to keep their babies, you know, whereabouts or, you know, everything on hush hush, then they can, I'm scratching myself, then they can do that. They should be allowed to do that. And for this girl to sit up there, I know my hair missed, forget it, I'll fix it when I get off. And for that girl to post her sister's baby without her knowledge, even letting her know that she was going to post the baby, she decides to post the baby and then got upset because there were screenshots later on of the sister's exchange between, with, you know, her other sister, you know, showing her baby. I think it should be, you know, respect, out of respect and love, that, you know, if you have a family member that's telling you keep everything on a hush hush, don't post pictures of kids. I don't care if it's for special occasion, birthdays and stuff like that. Don't post pictures until they're ready. Let them post their pictures first and then you come follow. That's just out of respect and, you know, and love for them. If you say you love them and respect them that much, don't start talking, flabbergasting, and all this other ranting your mouth off about things that don't need to be exposed at the moment, because there's a purpose and a reason behind it. And I just was like, you know, folks have no boundaries or no limits. They just don't care anymore. But as soon as you start going off on them, they're going to think you did them wrong, which I don't think is wrong. I think that if I told you and I warned you one, not two times, but three times, hey, don't post my kid, don't post things yet until I give you the okie doke. I don't care if you're a first time grandparent or what. Respect your children's, you know, authority at that time concerning their kids. You've had your kids. Now respect your kids and their kids. And then, you know, let everything fall into play. A lot of people may not agree with me, but I kind of don't care. When it comes to people's privacy, just like you want your things to stay private that needs to be private, respect your children's privacy. So whether they be 20 or 30 years old, I don't care. Respect their privacy as much as they respect you. It ain't no, because they my kids, I can do and say whatever I want. No, 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 no. They are adults. You're an adult. Act like one. Respect their privacy. So I saw nothing wrong with the sister going off on her. So that's the reason why I feel the way that I feel when my miscarriage was just broadcasted to the world and ain't nobody talked to me about it. And I know that it was, like I said, you know, my grandma always said, charge it to their head and not their hearts. And that's what I did. But, you know, it's some things that just don't need to be broadcasted, because you never know how that person is going, how that person is feeling at that time. And even if it's a happy occasion for a baby's arrival, an announcement, that ain't your place to kind of, you know, display that. It's not. So this is the reason why I said, you know, back in the day, back then, you know, that wasn't long ago, but back then I felt like I was justified to feel the way that I felt, because at that time I was going through a lot of emotions. And the last thing that I needed was, you know, I didn't need that right then and there. I didn't need to be reminded. I didn't even set my face. But I didn't need to be reminded at that moment. At that moment, I just wanted time to kind of, you know, kind of figure things out, to kind of heal and just not think about it at that time. And people coming up to me was just regurgitating everything that night. I had already cried the entire night until the morning, and I was gonna stay in bed, and my husband was like, let's go to church, because you can't stay here and just, you know, and cry. He's like, I'm here for you, but baby, let's go to church. And that's exactly what I did. And I went to church, and there it was me regurgitating everything, all that hurt. So I have to just say this, and I'll leave. Respect people. Have boundaries. Respect people's boundaries. Don't think that because you mama and daddy that you can overstep those boundaries. No, your children are grown and they have families of their own. So respect people. Respect how they feel and how they move about things. Just because it's not how you move, it doesn't mean that, you know, it's against you, but it's what better works for that family and what they're going through and how they maneuver through life. That's just how they you know, it's not maybe how they were raised, but that's how they're seeing things when it comes to privacy nowadays, because everybody want to be in your business, and all of us not wanting that. We don't want that. Sometimes we just want things to be sacred, and then we just be like, boom, pow, I had a baby, or boom, pow, this is my life. You know, things don't need to be broadcasted all the time. So yeah, y'all, this comes to the end. I finished my hair. My hair was already done. I just slapped the wig on, glued the wig on, but I finished my makeup. Hopefully you guys like it. Very neutral, because I'm going to the doctor, as I said. And I shall see y'all in the next one. I know this was a long, really long ranted video. Get ready with me. But I just hope you like the look. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to stay, you know, active here, because this is just what I love doing. This is a hobby. I don't do this crap for the money. I do it because it's a hobby and I love it. So I love you guys. And don't forget to hit that bell button for future content. And subscribe, because that's what we do for each other. We be there for each other. So if you like these Get Ready With Me chit chats, whether it be on different subject topics or just rants, let me know in the comment section below. So it's been fun, it's been real, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.